All right, somebody requested some Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, so I thought of this great tune, Almost Cut My Hair, David Crosby tune. It's fairly easy. It's a great jam, got some interesting lyrics and stuff. So we're going to have A minor. Kind of have a quick snap on that high part of the chord. Same on the G major. D. That D the second time can have some little fills with the 5s and 7s on the D and G strings. Or you can just kind of do the D twice. So let's try that together. 3 and 4 and... Okay, so there's a little lead that goes right over those chords. So how about you guys play those chords, and I'll play this little lead, and then I'll show you how to play that lead. So 3 and 4 and... That's where the verse starts. So this is real easy. These are like slow moving eighth notes. So our first things are 10, 8, 10, 8, and then 5 on the second string, 7 on the third string, 5, 7 on the D. So now we're gonna go 5 on the G, 5 on the B, 8 on the B, and a little 5. So 5, 5, 8, 5. So let's try everything. We got 3 and 4 and... Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 beats each. You got a half notes on the 8 to 10 there. So the whole thing. And now we're gonna go. So kind of like making chords out of these, like ringing together. 10, 8, and then 8, 8. And then we're gonna go 10, 8, 5 to 7 on the G. So now we're gonna go 5, 7 on the D, 5, 7 on the G, 5, 8 on the B, a little 8, back to that 8, to the A note, and then we're into the chords. So this second half again, we got... Okay, so one more time through the solo. 3 and 4 and... If you want to play the chords, let's try that one more time. I'll do the solo. You can play the chords behind me. 3 and 4 and... Okay, so we know how that verse goes, and that's that intro solo chords as well. I'm gonna do one more time through this. We're gonna have... C, E minor, A minor. Now that C and the E minor were 2 beats each. A minor's for 4. Now we got F major 7. I I like to get that 3, 2, 1 open plus that F bass up top. 4 beats on that. E minor 7, so that's the 2s up here for the E minor with that 3 on the 2nd string. Then we have a D sus, so that's your D with your pinky in there on the 3rd fret. Back to D. Back to our other progression. So that was kind of that F sharp bass for the D chord. Okay, and then there's all manner of there's even some unison bends. And they go a little higher. And then you even go way up here to the 17th. So these little unison bends there in the tab there. But for the most part, this thing is about it's about really you just jamming with the A minor pentatonic scale. So think about your A minor pentatonic scale, how it combines positions and where your bends are and stuff. Okay, so how about you guys jam? I'll play those chords a little bit. 3 and 4. Go in that change. So when you're playing through that, think about that. So you have an A right here. That's a G. That's your next chord right there. And there's your D note. So if you can play off those notes a little bit, it's kind of helpful. You'd be playing over the changes a little bit more. So how about you guys play the chords? I'll do one more solo. We'll switch. 3 and 4 and. See, that note is part of a G, little power chord there. That D note is in a G chord. So 3 and 4 and. That's the D. by the great David Crosby, the great Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Thanks for the request. It wasn't particularly for that song, but hey, we'll take it. Y'all have a great one. Peace out.